So today we're going to talk about inequalities. An inequality is an equation with, rather than equals, we've got a less than or equal to, or a greater than or equal to. So things like 5 is less than 10 would be an inequality, or -2 is greater than or equal to -4. They do tend to get a little bit tricky. You have to think about them a bit more when we go negative. So the more negative the number is, the smaller it is. So -4 is smaller than -2. And sometimes we even have an equation. So we might have 4x minus 2 is greater than 7. So this is an inequality. And we might ask, what's the right answer to that? And maybe we get Sue says the answer is 4. Jess says the answer is 10. And Diane says the answer is 100. Well, who's right? Well, turns out they're all right. So if we substitute in here for Sue, we would get 4. And remember, whenever there's a no symbol between a number and a letter, it's a times. So 4 times 4 minus 2. Well, that's 16 minus 2 is 14. And 14 is greater than 7. And we can look at these other ones. 4 times 10 minus 2, or 4 times 10 is 14 minus 2, 38, which is also bigger than 7. And 4 times 100 minus 2 is 400, minus 2 is 398, which is also bigger than 7. So all of these people are right. So often when we're dealing with an inequality, what we really want to know is things like, what's the smallest value of x that would be bigger than 7? Well, we could try several approaches to that. We could try minusing numbers off the answer we've got. We know 4 works. What about 3? 3 times 4 is, 4 times 3 is 12, minus 2 is 10, so 3 would work. What about 2? 4 times 2 is 8, minus 2 is 6. 6 is not greater than 7. So we've got 3. But we might be able to get lower than 3. And then we can. So we'll look at that a little bit. Before we get there, I want to talk about showing an inequality on a number line. So if I have an inequality, and we'll make it simpler than this. Let's say I want to know, how do I show x is greater than 1 on a number line? Well, I can draw a number line, and I'm just going to draw it like this. And so it's like an axis. So I got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously that doesn't finish. And we also can go in the negative direction, so -1, -2, and that also doesn't finish. But that shows the bit we want. We want the bit around 1. So x is going to be greater than 1. Well, how do I show that? Well, I can show that by going, well, x could be any value bigger than 1. And it also doesn't stop. Now, it can't be equal to 0, and we show it can't be equal by doing a hollow ball there. Okay, let's have a look at another one. What if I have x is smaller than or equal to 3? How would I show that one? Well, I might just put that on the same axes just to save some space. So it's saying it could be 3, or lower. But this time it can equal 3 because it's got that equal. So fill in that dot. So that there is the that one, and that's that one.